Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a bit of a long day today. I'm going to be very honest. I think we're approaching on for the total day. It's going to be around like 8, maybe even 9 hours of streaming as we get into this video. But enough about me. It's time for us to talk a little bit about what's going on over here when it comes to Arknights Endfield. This is the worst release I think anyone has ever seen in the gacha space before. Literally. Possibly the worst gacha release we've ever seen. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it's a combination of awful community response, awful monetization practices in the game, and of course, the awful thing that happened with PayPal. But when you look at this over here and you look at this tweet, right? You look at this tweet that the Endfield account put out, it doesn't even look like anything that bad was happening. Dear Administrator, we have received reports that the PayPal payment channel is currently undergoing temporary maintenance and upgrades. All affected administrators are advised to use other payment channels. Transactions involving abnormal item delivery or payment deduction will be handled accordingly. Seems like business as usual, right? Seems like nothing that crazy is happening, right? Let me actually show you what happened to people. This is somebody's PayPal account, and these are all transactions from Hypergriff. They're all in different currency amounts because other people are using their PayPal account to buy things for theirs. Hypergriff linked up in their system because they cut corners during the integration. I don't even know how this happens. There were literally people that would log in and then be already connected to somebody's PayPal account. And then they could just make purchases for free and it would be charged to a random person who actually went ahead and had already linked it up before them. And so you literally could make Mr. Pokey's fantasy of our account a reality by literally taking somebody else's and using them to top up in your game. There were a lot of dollars. And as you can see over here, there are some people that got really upset by it. But you want to know what my favorite part is? It's the fact that it actually happened to one of the biggest streamers in the space when they actively had 4,500 sponsors or 4,500 viewers watching a sponsored stream. This was literally what happened while Fob Master had 4.4k viewers. And remember, Endfield creators, Arknights Endfield, #ad. This is literally what's going on.
What the f—
He got hacked!
That's another 23 bucks!
Wait, they're just siphoning money out of his PayPal as we speak!
Are robbing me!
He's literally— I'm sorry! You might have not heard Fob in the background, but the direct quote from him was, "The Japanese and Spanish are robbing me." I'm trying not to laugh, but bro's getting robbed live! Bro's literally getting— he's literally getting robbed live, bro!
Does anybody know what this one is?
Sorry, I did a poor job at controlling myself while watching this live.
Anybody know what this says in Japanese?
Robbed live on Twitch! Why are you laughing?
This is another 1220.
That's enough context. We can get more, but let's just skip it for now. The real issue with something like this occurring is that Fob is literally getting robbed live. Money is actually exiting his bank account. While this is going on, while he has Endfield creators, #ad, just, he's... Isn't this one of the most comedic situations you've ever seen? The highest viewed sponsored streamer for a game literally has to pause his stream and mention how he's getting robbed by Japanese and Spanish people because of your game. That's awful. And when you know that this many people have seen this incident occur and we're having front row seats to one of the craziest crash outs in the space, and then I have this video over here that has around 841 likes and over like 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 views in 1 hour talking about this situation, guys. And the best that these developers decided to do was A, make a post like this. You want to know what this post doesn't do? It doesn't address the fact that people literally had Some people had... You guys want to know how much yen this is? Right here. You want to know how much that is? That's over $3,000. Some people had amounts of like literally life-changing money that exited their PayPal account because of Arknights Endfield. Imagine that these devs, because they cut corners in integrating PayPal and its APIs into the game, you literally had 3.5k plus taken out. And it got refunded though, because PayPal knows what they're doing. Thank goodness. But can you imagine the amount of stress people had to go through from doing this? You want to know what that actually is? That's called emotional damage. And believe me, imagine that you aren't a streamer and you had a decent amount of money in your PayPal. Imagine, I don't know, you take commissions to like make furry art or something, right? Imagine you're doing that. And then you decide to play Arknights Endfield, and because of that, you just get like 10k drained out of your account. You just get 10k drained out of your account, bro. And that was like all you had left. Bro, some people would have a panic attack and like need to go to like the hospital or something after that. And these devs just and especially if they were making furry art, they're definitely having a panic attack, right? That's why I use the example. Think about the amount of damage that this actually did to people. There's compensation that needs to occur. These guys are literally, with this response, trying to minimize the issue and sweep it under the rug. There's no recognition of wrongdoing. There's no apology for the fuck up. All they say is that the PayPal payment channel is under temporary maintenance. Bro, no, that's not what happened. You guys fucked up and let other people get fucking farmed. You guys fucked up and literally allowed people streaming, your partnered streamers of this game, you allowed them to get robbed blind live because of your game. 5,000 consecutive viewers watched Fob get robbed live entirely because of your game. And this is the best that Hypergriff can do? Are you serious? The best that they can do is to say that it's undergoing temporary maintenance and upgrades. There's not a sorry in here. There's not even a my bad, and definitely not a we'll do better next time. How do you accept this as a player? I'm just wondering. How do you accept the fact that these guys have had one of the biggest security breaches, maybe in the history of Gacha, did nothing to address it, besides the bare fucking minimum, and then are trying to sweep it under the rug and minimize it every step of the way? This shit is shady. And you want to know what's even shadier? The pull income of this dog shit game. You want to know how many pulls you get on the limited banner in this fucking game after like 5 hours of playing it? After 5 hours of playing this game, bitch, you have like 6 pulls. You have 6 or like 7 fucking pulls after 5 hours of playing this game. What? Huh? And this is the thing, right? I've had people that have played 4 hours of the story. They're done with the factory. They're done with chapter 1. And they have like 7 or 8 pulls, bro. They can't even do a 10 pull yet. And they've been playing the game for 4, 5, 6 fucking hours. There is nothing in this game to do if you're free to play. Literally, there's just nothing to fucking do. I have never seen a game so unfun if you're not willing to spend money on it. You just don't have the resources to do anything. And you play for 5 hours and you don't get anything. I don't understand, bro. It is genuinely the stingiest fucking gacha system I've ever seen in my goddamn life. The stingiest one I've ever seen. And these developers, bro, all you need to do is play it. These developers knew what they were doing. They intentionally decided to hamstring this fucking game's economy, bro. Hey, look at that. That's how far I got on the limited banner, by the way. They decided to hamstring this game's pull economy early, so that people would feel giga pressured into spending so much money on this cursed fucking shop. Y'all ready for this? Oh my lord. That's the bundle page. That's the bundle page, bro. Why do you think they give no pulls in this fucking game? Why do you think they give nothing in this fucking game? Because they're basically advertising this like a gacha. They give no fucking pulls, any limited pulls at all. They might as well not fucking exist as far as we're concerned. But they disguise it as a gacha. And as far as I'm concerned, the only fucking way to get limited pulls is from here, though. It's like here. That feels like the only fucking place. And it actually feels deceptive. This is the worst free-to-play game I've ever fucking seen. And there is no doubt in my mind, it's gotta be the worst gacha experience ever. I'm just gonna be real here, bro. I am so fed up with all this shit, this awful fucking resource economy, combined with the fact that these devs can't even fucking say sorry when they literally cause people to lose tens of thousands of dollars. They can't even say sorry. They can't even admit wrongdoing. They can't even fucking, like, take any responsibility. It is so cringe. It is so pathetic. And when you combine that with the greediest launch I've ever seen in my fucking life, with the greediest goddamn pull economy, and this is my favorite part. You ready? This is my favorite fucking part right here. Guys, look at how they give out the pulls. It's 1 a day. Bro, you get 6 or 7, 8 pulls in 1 fucking hour, bro. Like, do you need to be like, oh, like, bro, it's like drip feeding you through a fucking straw. Bro, just look at this shit. It's just so unfun. It's just not fun. And this is the thing. Oh, you guys just need to play it and you'll just be like, bro, it's not fun. That's the #1 thing. I'm just saying, as I'm playing through and I'm trying this, I'm not having fun. Because you can't do anything unless you spend money. But guess what happens when you spend money, guys?
Spanish are robbing me.
The Japanese and Spanish will start robbing you. That's why you can't even spend money in this game either. The only way to enjoy this game properly is to play free-to-play. Otherwise, you start getting robbed by the Spanish. But if you play this game free-to-play, there's nothing to do because there's no actual game. You don't get anything. You get no standard pulls. You get no limited pulls. There's nothing to do. Guys, this is the roster you have to play on the first 50 days of the patch. Great, you have like 10 fucking characters. Awesome. Yep, whoever you got from your standard pulls. And you want to know what the best part is? I got an early 6-star. And you might be saying, Saint, well, are you from the future? Wait, this character gets given out for free on day 3. Exactly. These devs decided in their infinite retardation, for some godforsaken reason, instead of just making the 3rd day thing just a selector of any of the standard units so that in case you got Ardelia early, you could just get somebody else, they just decided, hey, if you get Ardelia early, go fuck yourself. There's no add-on to that statement. There's no recourse. It's just the devs telling you, go fuck yourself. Why? They just hate you. There's no reason for it. You're just sitting here wondering why Ardelia earliers just got shit on. Guys, that's 20% of the population. There are only 5 limited characters. And the devs just said, hey, we're just going to say fuck you to 20% of our player base. Why? I don't know. Because you're guaranteed to get one of these guys on the New Horizon beginner banner. And 20% of people will get her. And they'll just be like, okay, why did I just get shit on so viciously by these devs? And the answer, nobody knows other than the devs just deciding to fuck over players to get them to A, reroll, or B, go spend more to get other standard units. I don't really know what else the reason could be, but you're getting nickel and dimed here too. The way that I would sum this up is that every part of this game is almost intended for you to like end up at the store. I think it's almost intentionally designed that this is the worst UI I've ever seen. This is the UI, ladies and gentlemen, for their pulling resources. These all look like the same fucking thing. Do these even look like slightly noticeable or distinct as like labels or like things or like Bro, look at this. I don't even know what to say. This entire game just feels like a scam. This game feels like a pump and dump scheme. I don't know why. There's so many dark patterns, so much deception, and just so many like nasty tactics that every person that like ever plays these games tells people to avoid. They tell you to avoid games that do this, but there are so many shield CCs doing the exact opposite. And I just felt like the entire space needed a bit of honesty in these times. And so hopefully this video can give an honest take on just how god fucking awful this game is. Because it is legitimately one of the worst, I think it is the worst launch I've ever seen in Gacha history. I think it is the worst launch I've seen in Gacha history. And so many people are going to be exposed in the following days. Let me know what you all thought. Peace out.